disappearing beneath cities. Ask yourself, what kind of gradual process produces identical results across thousands of kilometers? Bridges to nowhere. Then there are the bridges that shouldn't exist at all. I started cataloguing anomalies, and the list grew unsettling. In Central Asia, stone bridges crossing dry riverbeds, not recently dried, dry for as long as anyone can remember. Massive multi-arch structures spanning valleys with no water, no roads leading to them, no practical purpose anyone can explain. The official documentation calls them ancient trade routes, but that raises more questions than it answers. Why build a bridge where there's no water to cross? Why construct massive stone arches over land that could simply be traversed on foot? And most critically, who builds infrastructure for trade routes that no longer exist in living memory? I found similar examples in South America. Near Lima, stone bridges over valleys that show no evidence of historical water flow. The geological surveys confirm it. These valleys have been dry for centuries, possibly millennia. Yet someone built bridges, intricate, precisely engineered stone bridges with multiple arches, load-bearing calculations, architectural sophistication that matches European medieval construction. The pattern repeats with unsettling precision. In Russia, near Vladivostok, I discovered photographs of bridges built across what locals call the Old Road, except there's no road, just forest. Dense, old growth forest that appears to be centuries old, with the bridge rising through it like a skeleton. Trees growing through the arches, vegetation consuming the stone, and no documentation explaining when it was built, who commissioned it, or what it was meant to connect. The silence was deafening, but it wasn't just the locations that troubled me. It was the delivery. Modern bridges are designed for specific traffic capacity. You calculate vehicle width, add clearance, multiply by lanes, and you get your bridge width. Simple engineering, practical purpose drives design. So why are so many 390 bridges far wider than they need to be? Charles Bridge in Prague, nearly 10 meters wide. For medieval cart traffic? That's absurd. A single cart needs roughly 2 meters of clearance. Even accounting for two-way traffic, 10 meters is massive overkill. The Pont Neuf in Paris, 20 meters wide. The Ponte Vecchio in Florence, 32 meters at its widest point. These aren't bridges designed for pedestrians and carts. These are structures built for something else. I started comparing the widths to modern infrastructure, looking for patterns, and I found something disturbing. Many of these bridges match almost exactly the width specifications used for railway transport, not cart traffic, not pedestrian walkways, railway transport. Except these bridges were supposedly built centuries before railways existed. The official explanation is that they were designed as market spaces, places where merchants could set up stalls. And yes, some bridges did serve that function eventually. But that's describing what they were used for, not what they were designed for. Those are fundamentally different questions. When you examine the load-bearing architecture, the depth of the foundations, the thickness of the support pillars, the engineering tolerances built into the stone, these structures were designed to carry weight, significant, sustained, repeated weight. Not the occasional cart, not foot traffic, something heavy, something constant. Then I discovered the alignments. I wasn't looking for it. I was mapping bridge locations across Europe, trying to find patterns in construction dates, architecture,